Okay, now good evening, sir. My name is Peng Angji. I am from Math 241 Section 1, and my major is computer science. And today I am going to talk about the linear economic models. Okay, now first of all, we need to know that what is linear economic models. In mathematics and linear algebra, a linear economic model refers to the economic model that follows the principle of the linearity. Linearity means that the relationship between the variable in the model can be represented using linear equation. In an economic context, such models are used to study and analyze economic systems, including production, consumption, and investment decisions, under the assumption of constant or proportionate relationships between different variables. Okay, now we know that what is the linear economic model. Now let's get into the exercise or the form of the linear economic model. Okay, first example. Now you see that this is the consumed by the input and this is the output. There are three elements such as service, electricity, weight. Okay, now we have the all of this number. This is called 3x3 matrix. Here we can write it like this. We multiply it with 2x, and you must be confused that what is E and what is X stand for. The matrix E is an exchange matrix, and the vector X is a price vector. In general, E and the number in E is represent of the fraction or the percentage of the industry chain input that is consumed by the industry, and I and X is the price that changed by industry of its output. And now let's get into the exercise 1. Determine which of the matrix is the exchange matrix. For this exchange matrix, find the non-negative price vector that satisfies the equation. We have E here, and this is the matrix that the exercise gives us. Okay, first of all, we know that EX equal like, but it also equal E minus I 2. And now let me show you how it works. First of all, we have EX equal X. And now we take this X to the left-hand side. We have EX, we change the from plus to minus and equal 0. And then we want to have X equal E minus I equals 0. Yes, this is how it works. Yes. So first of all, like we all know that E okay. The formula of I is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. This I is we must know that many topics or exercise may not give us, but we must remember it ourselves, and then we take the E that this exercise this all of this number minus to this number, and we have all of that number, and then we want to have this into 0, so we need to we need to calculate it. All 3 plus all 1 is equal 0. Yeah. All 3 equal 4 1 equal 0. 1 plus 0 equal 1, and 0 plus minus 1 on 3 equal minus 4 on 3. Also, this we want to have it into the positive number, so we multiply it with number 1 to in order to get all of this number is the same. But when we multiply this to the negative, this number is equal to non-negative. Okay, and then we get all of this answer, but we want to have the third row into 0 in order to get the answer. So the all 3 we need to minus it to all 2, and then we want it to have it in the formula, so all 1 minus all 2. Yes, and this is the final answer. You see the solution. You see the solution here. This is called x1, x2, and x3. x3 is equal 0, x1 is equal 1, and x2 is equal 1 on 3. We take it here, as you can see, but you can see that the x3 is equal 0, so we said here, oh, sorry. So the x1 is equal to on 3 t. This is the formula. And x2 is equal 1 on 3 t. But actually we don't know the number yet because it's the 0 here. So we assume that t equals 3 because we have the number 2 or 3 here. If we multiply it into 3, it will be easier for us to calculate. So this is the final answer of this matrix. So the price of it is 2, 1, and 3. Okay, this is the another model of the linear economic model. This is called Linotype's. And here is the form that we we often see in the exercise. And this is the form of exercise. This is the x, this is the c, the constant number, this is the x, the variable, and then d is the last column of the exercise. Here, this is the b. Here, x is the variable in order, and here the c is the constant number that the exercise gives us. And you might wonder what is C, D, and X is for. In the matrix C, it's called the consumption matrix. X is for the production vector, and D is the demand vector. In general, if C, X, and D represent the dollar value of the industry I output that is needed to produce $1 worth of industry J output. X is the dollar value price of the industry I output, and D is the dollar value of the external demand for the industry I output. Once again, we are interested in the finding of the product of vector X and with non-negative entries, such as at least one entry is positive. We call the sector is feasible solution. Okay, in this matrix form, we can see that X equals CD plus D, or I minus C, X equal D. But the I equal D must be invertible. It means that I minus C, when we do the inverse, it must be bigger than 0. Here, this is the definition of the matrix. Okay, now proceed the exercise. Assume that the matrix C is this number and D is the demand vector. First of all, to find the solution, we need to take I minus C. I, like I said before, when we have 2.2x2, is something like that. And like I told you, like we must know it. And 3x3, it's like the previous answer, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, now when we minus the D, here is the answer. And then we need to compute the inverse of the I minus C. And here is the result of I minus C. And then we take the answer of the inverse of the I minus C and multiply it by 2. And here is the result. 10 on 3 and 5 on 2. Yes, this is all of my presentation about the linear economic model. And thank you so for the listening.